have to turn that volume down.
What does that mean?
Hello. It's hard to do with no run up because Luke. What you can't see is backstage. Luke's doing this. And this. It was like someone was doing "Hey Baby" back here. Hi, you're watching ScreenStalker Live. I'm Fakidor Laurie Blake. This is housemate Simon Longdon, and doing the producing job today because Pete is out of the office is Luke Owen.
Hi guys.
Hi mate. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate. How are you? How are you both?
We're all wearing jackets and cardigans today.
Yeah, it's suddenly winter now.
Oh, it's that time of the year, mate. The glorious time of the year when I can bust out the old cardigan.
And where you have to stop wearing shorts.
Yeah, that I'm less keen on.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Right, back to you guys.
Yeah,
Luke will wear shorts in an Arctic tundra, given half the chance.
He would indeed. Coming up on the show, we're going to be talking about Fortnite Season 11 and the end, or the finale of Season 10, which was amazing from all the clips on YouTube at the moment. I mean, it's not so brilliant now that everyone's just watching a black hole and might be for like 4 days, apparently. But it's been pretty cool. We'll also be talking about Martin Scorsese, talking about Marvel films, because he has doubled down on not liking them. We'll also then be playing Beat Thy Mario Maker later in the episode. So if you have a level that you want us to try, get it over in a chat or something, because we've got a few lined up, but we might run out. We might get through them. We might be good today. Who knows? Might be one of those days when you're just in the zone. You'll be shocked.
Highly doubted.
Okay. Well, let's start off talking about Fortnite because that's the kind of big story for today. And I think this is one of the coolest things probably to happen in a live game to date. The Season 10 ended yesterday. But not only ended Season 10 and Season 11 began, Season 10 ended and it seemed like Fortnite itself has now ended.
Yes.
There was a sort of in-game cataclysm in which a rocket launched that had been built during Season 10, fired off into the atmosphere, exploded, and then all these missiles started firing down into all these rifts in the game, eventually causing a huge meteor to crash into a rift, creating a black hole that sucked the entire island and all the players into it, leaving just this sort of tiny blue speck on a black screen. And that is now, if you log into Fortnite, that is what you're greeted with. You can't even play the PvE Save the World mode, which is what the original Fortnite was before they decided to steal PUBG. Obviously, who would want to play the original version of Fortnite? Not even the developers wanted to put that out in the end. No. But you can't even play that. Like, you can't actually log into Fortnite or do anything. I think that's really cool.
I think it's very, very interesting because Fortnite has at some point ceased becoming a game and become a content platform through which they are doing real world live events like having Marshmallow, whatever his name is, DJing, or they're having narrative play out in real time, and they're building the lore of this world that they never expected to exist as they go. So it's interesting that everyone's obviously done the battle royale thing since PUBG. But of all the games that live in this sort of, I guess, call them service games now, don't you? Sort of ongoing. Other than Warcraft, no one else is picking up this idea of delivering content in this way.
Yeah.
You know, everyone does the season passes and everything's built. So far, everything has been built in these service games around the gated moments of your subscription. So you have seasons and you have battle passes, and like World of Warcraft is a seasonal. It's a subscription game, you know. So everything was built around the financial models in which they were created. Well, because Fortnite's free, it can, and it obviously it helps that it's very successful. It can deliver content in this completely new way, and it is fascinating to see like what the effects are going to be on other games if they're going to try and start introducing some of these sort of elements. But I think it's really clever and interesting and really innovative in the sort of content space. How do you I know we all use that word now, content, but that's what this is. This is stuff that isn't. This is not a game anymore. This is its own thing. This is YouTube. This is whatever. It is now its own content platform.
Well, it's this mad thing of like there's 250 million players of Fortnite worldwide, and this moment was just that. It's just a moment. It's not like because you own Fortnite, you got to be there and experience it. If you turn the game on now, you don't get to see that end point. You have to look it up and see if someone else was playing it at the right time. There's actually like in a game to give people like non-permanence to events and stuff. Like Destiny 2, like if you turn on Destiny 2 now, you have access to pretty much the same things that you've always had access to, and you would have if you started playing the game 2 years ago, or if you just picked it up this week. Whereas it's kind of mad to think that, yeah, Fortnite now, people are thinking for Season 11, part of the restructure, part of the reason the world's been sucked into the black hole is that we're going to have a new map and there's going to be all this new stuff. So you're actually going to be living in a different era of Fortnite. And you might have witnessed the end of the first era, or the first chapter seems to be the leak that they're going with at the moment.
Often with these sorts of games, what happens when they do a big reset, like when Apex does a reset, you know, the map is different, but it's also the same. The actual structure is the same, but the aesthetic changes, they add in some new things. So I wonder whether to keep everything they've built, to keep the consistency, especially now that the game's competitive, I think maybe they'll go the other way and do more of like it's the same map in an alternate universe where aesthetically it's very different. You know, different bits of it are going to be destroyed or built in different ways or have a different look, but ultimately it will be the same map.
That's kind of been the story of Fortnite throughout the last 10 seasons, though, is that, you know, since season 3, the big meteor landed, which brought the Visitor, who was the kind of primary narrative device that led to this moment where the whole world went into the black hole. But part of season 10 has kind of been a best of season in the fact that, like, over the course of the preceding 9 seasons, a lot of stuff has changed on the map. A lot of places have like altered and shifted, and then the idea of the story with the Visitor has been about like resetting the timeline of Fortnite, basically. So this season has had different things pop up that were previously edited out of the game as sort of like these are all the things we used to have, like let's sort of have a good times memory thing, and then you do the big boom, the game's gone, like, you know, it was the final lap, this was the last hurrah, which I think has led everyone into, that's why the speculation I think is so rampant about what's happening with the game now and what season 11 is going to be like, because it's mad that a 250 million player base game is just offline. And it's not because like they've announced scheduled maintenance, which big games obviously do all the time when they're bringing in new patches or whatever, and they last, you know, anywhere between a couple of hours to like a whole day. This is just gone, and people don't know when it's coming back.
Well, I guess it's because part of it is that a huge part of the success of Fortnite has been how easily it is connected with the way teenagers particularly share and experience content online. So a lot of the stuff they brought in to the seasons often was detrimental to the gameplay experience.
Well, like those big robots.
Like the big robots.
Nobody
or
liked.
like
Everyone was
Thanos.
like, oh my God, thank God they're gone.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, all these things.
Marshmallow.
However, what all those things did is create a regular churning content cycle. Not content made by Fortnite, but it's them very obviously making stuff that they know people will capture, stream, replay, cut up, and they don't go after anyone for doing it, unlike other games. And it's that this is the first game that really has, in a modern sense, in a way that makes actual sense, made their game to exist within that sort of ecosystem. That has built up organically around the gaming community, as opposed to what most games, the other way that game developers have gone, publishers, places like EA and even Epic, to be fair, is they gate things and generate access but into their own ecosystem. So everyone's got a player, everyone's got a streaming service, everyone's got and that's been the way people have been trying to gather up little bits of market share. Whereas Fortnite's gone the other way, which is the smarter way, and gone, well, all this stuff already exists, so let's just play into it, and let's just be the biggest, most interesting thing on it. And they are totally correct in that it doesn't actually matter that their game is down for a few days, because one, they've got 250 million players.
Yeah.
But also, secondly, because it falls into that exact thing. We're talking about it. Everyone else is talking about it.
It was on the BBC. It was on the Guardian. It's on all the big newspapers over here. It has become mainstream news that this huge game has gone down.
It's really smart.
And that's the weird thing is, like, I thought when I heard this morning, like seeing it on Twitter, I was like, no, I wonder what like people are playing instead. Went on Twitch. Fortnite's still the #1 game on Twitch. People are just showing best of compilations of them playing, or they're just looking at the black hole and wondering what's going on. And in the wondering what's going on, people have spotted a bunch of numbers that have started appearing out of the black hole, and they've tried to work out what it was. Initially, they thought, coordinates, and they put in some coordinates into Google Maps, and they just got a picture of a load of crabs.
Yes. Which some people thought was in reference to that crab rave meme, but that seems. I mean, obviously, I'd rather have a crab rave than rave crabs. You don't want post rave crabs. That's disco crabs.
Yeah,
all up in your junk. But
burn, baby, burn.
But I guess now we all now know, as the title of our video suggests, it has been decoded.
Yeah,
and we now have the answer.
Yeah, so some Redditors were putting it together with the visitors' audio logs that were sort of doled out piecemeal throughout season 10, and altogether they kind of span a narrative that is kind of the thrust of what was happening in season 10. If you use the code in reference to it, you find a series of words that actually have a different meaning. It says, "I was not alone. Others were outside the loop. This was not calculated. The nothing is now inevitable." Suggesting that, first of all, the kind of black hole anomaly was not part of the scientific endeavor of firing a rocket and exploding it, and missiles and whatever was happening at the end of Fortnite, which looked very pretty, but I had no idea. I'm an old man. I was like, is this on the TikToks? I didn't know what it was. But the suggestion that I was not alone, others were outside the loop, does kind of play into that time travel, resetting the timeline of Fortnite thing. So could we be going back to like a prehistory version of the Fortnite island? Could we be going? Could we end up in some sort of spliced timeline version of a Fortnite battle royale section?
This definitely, to me, suggests that this is going to be just an alternate universe of what existed before, and not
the Fortnite multiverse.
Yeah. But also, the great thing about doing the old mystery coordinates bit is that it actually means absolutely nothing and is merely a placeholder whilst they clearly do a big update for 4 days.
Yeah.
Like that sometimes something is a mystery pointing towards a predisposed outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just deliberately obtrusive.
Yeah.
Because there isn't anything really to talk about.
They just want to they just want to tickle your mystery glands, don't they? That's all they want to do. Get your Poirot hats on.
Milk your mystery.
Milk your mystery out of you.
Yeah.
Gross. But that's the thing, is there is no defined date for this to end. Fortnite, their Twitter account, they've deleted all their posts except a pinned tweet of watching this black hole. The YouTube channel is just forwarding to a stream of the end. Mm-hmm. Fortnite.com is also doing the same thing. Someone dug into the data on Fortnite.com, though, and found that there was an event called The End scheduled into the coding, and that is scheduled to end on Thursday at 4 a.m. Eastern Time, which is like 9 a.m. GMT. Or British Summer Time, so it'd be like 7 or something. Yeah,
it's like 5 hours behind.
Yeah, so like sometime on Thursday is the rumor of when this whole thing is going to end, which is, I just think it's nuts. I just think it's mad to take the biggest game in the world offline for 4 days.
I think it's. I'm really fascinated to see because I guess what they're banking on is whatever amount of players they lose, they are absolutely going to more than make up for when the game comes.
Well, especially
back.
if they've got some crazy opener, like if tomorrow they start advertising the countdown. And then they're going to have people like pick a time that they know people can be online for, and then run down the countdown.
Yeah, the numbers.
There's going to be a lot of sickies on Thursday.
Yeah, I think so. The numbers will start the numbers will start
Scrambling,
scrambling, whatever. It's basically gonna be like a Chris Jericho return.
Yeah.
Just him standing in the middle of the... So yeah.
I just think it's nuts. Let us know in the comments what you think of this whole Fortnite debacle. I'm not like a massive Fortnite fan, never really been into the game, but I thought this was super cool when I saw it this morning.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Luke, what do you think?
Well, apparently, according to the chat,
About the Fort likes.
apparently, according to the chat, some children are upset because they can't get to play their game, but everyone else seems to think it's really cool.
Yeah,
I've never played a Fortnite.
No.
I know what a Fortnite is, but I've never played a Fortnite. But I think this is actually quite cool because surely it's taking it off the back end because you want to make improvements or release something new. So taking a really bold strategy like taking your game offline for a few days and getting it in the public eye because you've taken it down for a couple of days is really cool. I think it's a really smart move.
To not have to run your game and have people talk about it.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the dream, baby.
It's absolute dream.
Yeah.
If we could do this show without being on it or talking about it or doing it and still have all the same success, that would be perfect.
What's success?
The same level of mild success, Simon.
Some people are saying in the chats though that PUBG is better. Thoughts?
Well, I never actually. Well, I have played Fortnite. Do you remember I was really ill that time and spent a whole weekend playing Fortnite? I don't like the what.
What were you ill with? You got a bad case of the Fortnite.
Yeah, I just had
delusions of grandeur.
I don't know what I had. But I didn't like the building. It was too just like manic.
Yeah.
What was going on, and then also because you end up just spamming the building thing when you're getting shot at, so it became a little bit. I understand they've probably, since I played it, they've finessed all that stuff, but it was just a bit. It was like one mechanic too many for me to really get into. But I did enjoy it. It's the actual shooting was quite good because they're sort of deliberately not that accurate.
Yeah.
So that you have to. It's up to you to kind of figure out how to sort of make up for that.
I was awful at it. I couldn't play it at all. PUBG, same thing. Can't play it.
PUBG. Look, I would think I prefer PUBG to. I played it a little bit, but I think I prefer PUBG to Fortnite.
I'm one of those people who keeps ending up in like the top. You'd end up in the top 5, but not through anything you've done.
Well,
through sheer having been hidden well enough for the whole game. That's why I would end up in the top 5. And then as soon as it came to the first firefight that I had to have, I was out.
Yeah. Well, I think the best one is Apex. That's one I regularly play and actually play regularly, and that is awesome because it's.
Are you playing it on your own?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean,
but
no one else is playing it, right?
What, in the office?
No. Just in general. I thought the game had more or less died a death.
No. It's got the new season only started a few weeks ago. I mean, I don't think it's got anywhere near.
Oh no, wait, no. Sorry, I'm thinking of Anthem. Sorry.
Oh, Anthem.
No one's playing Anthem.
Yeah. Sorry.
No. Apex, I think, is the best one because it's still got the amazing shooting mechanics from Titanfall. But some of the new characters are good. I like the content. They've not brought out enough content regularly enough to keep me playing it all the time. Mm-hmm. But I do dip into it regularly, and it's really fun. It's the only one of those battle royales that I actually, for some reason, I just kind of click with it. I think there's a weird. I don't know what that is. I think you could play all the battle royales, and there'll be one of them that you just kind of, for some reason, just click with. Mm-hmm. And I don't know whether that's a mixture of mechanics and map and
mine's
early success,
which is the most free. Because that's the one I care about. Speaking of Battle Royale, Martin Scorsese is attempting to start his own Battle Royale in the cinematic world by having a swing at Marvel over and over again. He said recently that basically Marvel films, in an interview with Empire, he said that Marvel films were not cinema and they were essentially theme parks for people. And then he was at a press conference for the Irishman at the BFI London Film Festival. He reiterated those statements, saying, "It's not cinema, it's something else. We shouldn't be invaded by it. We need cinemas to step up and show films that are narrative films."
Build a wall, that's what I said.
As reported by
those damn Marvel movies out.
That was reported by The Hollywood Reporter. Previously, in the original interview, he'd also said about Marvel films, "I don't see them." So I don't know how he's got this like grand narrative. Yeah,
because if you were like, you know what, these damn Jurassic Park films. I've had enough of there's too much Chris Rock in them. And then he goes, but I haven't seen them. But I'm just telling you, it's like he doesn't know what's in them. He doesn't see them.
But also to say they're not cinema because they're like theme parks which are built on people going and enjoying them, them being really fun, thrilling, emotional. They make you feel something and think something. Like that
I'm scared of them.
Isn't all cinema in some degree like on that sort of bandwidth of its enjoyment, right? It's going and getting away from the world by sitting in a dark room and watching a film and being absorbed in a narrative or being absorbed in action. That's all the same thing. It's just how you want to be absorbed. And Marvel obviously is a bit bigger and dumber than The Irishman or the work of Martin Scorsese.
I do think one thing is worth noting.
You can't call it not cinema because you don't like it.
I mean, if you can see it at the cinema, it's cinema.
Yeah. Does it go well with popcorn?
Well, I don't know. Just like, what if there was still, what were those cinemas called where you could go to and watch porn? What were they called?
Blue movie theaters.
Yeah, whatever they were called. Like
Ollie's mum's house.
Knocking shops.
But like, that's still cinema. Like,
Yeah.
if you go see it at the cinema, it's cinema. It's a film. Like, I think what he's getting at is perhaps a slightly subtler point, which is that there has become a slightly cookie cutter.
Yeah.
In the similar to a roller coaster in a theme park, where it is essentially this. It doesn't matter how many times you go on. I'll name a roller coaster. I've never been on them. Name a roller coaster.
Crazy Mouse from Brighton's Pier.
Crazy Mouse from Brighton's Pier. Doesn't matter how many times you go on it.
Turbo from Brighton's Pier.
It's not going to change, even if you particularly are very excited about it. So I think that is a fair critique of the Marvel films. I think the idea, and I think to sort of you can be annoyed by the fact that they have completely taken over cinema, but at the same time, I don't think they even have.
I do enjoy it.
There is perhaps other filmmakers might be annoyed that there are a lot of Marvel movies, but that isn't Marvel movies' fault.
No, and also there aren't this year.
No.
Like there have been previously as they build to Endgame. I just think it's quite ironic that to promote a film that he's made to go on Netflix, he's swinging his dick around saying what is cinema or not. It's like Netflix ain't cinema, is it? Like it's filmmaking.
Scorsese making a 18-hour movie for Netflix. Like he's not really. Yeah. What's he doing now?
Yeah, but this is the thing. Is like I get also why you would be annoyed, like being like, well, other cinemas won't back smaller films or won't show these other films.
When did they?
They don't, because they're not popular, funnily enough.
They never did.
But also, like, to be Martin Scorsese and saying that and be like, well, you clearly weren't held back in getting all the funding to de-age Robert De Niro, were you, for The Irishman, which was incredibly expensive. So it's not like even holding him back from his vision of, like, the films he wants to make. He's clearly being funded up the wazoo to make a film.
Yeah. I think, one thing that's worth saying, I think, about the cinema experience. I think what's interesting.
If it wasn't on Netflix, I'm sure places would be falling over themselves to show Martin Scorsese's new film as well.
But like, I think with places like Hulu and Netflix and whatever Disney start to do with Disney Plus, there's actually been a lot more access to movies that wouldn't have got cinema releases, but now getting Netflix releases, and some, of course, getting Oscar noms now and all that kind of stuff. But with the multiplex cinema business that we have now, the whole point of it, what's that famous quote by the guy who basically started Cineworld, where he said, we are not in the movie business, we're in the popcorn business. And I think that is where the Marvel movies have found they have just connected with that ethos of the way cinemas have, were struggling and are now less struggling because movies like the Marvel movies have synced up with their business in a way that movies beforehand weren't doing.
Yeah.
So, you can have it both ways. You can either say that Marvel movies have ruined cinema, or you can say they've saved it.
Yeah.
Both can be true at the same time.
Yeah, they've saved the cinematic experience and maybe not the. And this is the point that, in fact, that Martin Scorsese attempts to make when he clarifies his feelings on amusement parks. He says, theatres have become amusement parks. That is all fine and good, but don't invade everything else in that sense. This is fine and good for those who enjoy that type of film, and, by the way, knowing what goes into them now, I admire what they do. It's not my kind of thing. It simply is not. It's creating another kind of audience that thinks cinema is that. So he's trying to say like they're warping people's perception of what cinema is. But I don't think they are.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think most people have a very deep relationship with what is cinemas. You know, like I feel like films are films, and there's different types of films that you go see depending on what type of mood you're in. I think
I would say streaming has changed the relationship between people and movies more than a 10-year run of massive blockbusters.
Yeah, people's propensity to watch things like Tall Girl, for instance.
I want to have a bad word about Tall Girl.
You wouldn't go see that in the cinema, would you?
I think that Martin Scorsese comment is one of the most pretentious things I've ever heard, and we work with Ollie Davis. It's a remarkable thing. But on your point then, when you said like you wouldn't go to the cinema to see Tall Girl, I once interviewed Adrian Escaria, who was like the producer for the Hitman movies, and he's working on the Just Cause movies at the moment as well. He's been trying to get that off the ground for a while. But when I was interviewing him, and he said that his theory is that very soon movies like The Irishman and sort of these sort of filmmaker-led movies won't be in cinemas anymore, because as an audience member, why do you need to go to the cinema to see a few people talk on screen? You can go to the cinema and see a big budget action movie. Yeah. So his point was that Hollywood should, it should really just be action films and your blockbusters. They're on at the cinema, and everything else just goes straight to VOD. Yeah. If you want to, because we've got massive TVs at home with big cinema, speaker systems. Why do you need to go to the cinema to see The Irishman when you get the exact same experience at home? Also, no pricks on mobile phones.
Yeah, true that, and also because cinemas themselves are building their whole push to be like revolutionize the kind of content. You end up getting things like super screens and 4DX and all that stuff, where it's like now going to the cinema is part of the experience, and the room that you're in is also part of the experience. So like, I want to see Detective Pikachu on the super screen at Cineworld. And that is like goes up the walls, like it's like floor to ceiling cinema screen, and then half the movie goes round the walls as well. It's like, it's nuts. It's like it was quite overwhelming, to be honest. At some points I was like, oh my god, there's so much Pikachu, but it's quite cool. And I think like for certain action films, that definitely is part of the selling point of that cinematic experience. I just don't think it's going to be sitting in a dark room.
That's always been my relationship with the cinema.
Yeah,
because I grew up in a really remote village. Like it wasn't like we couldn't just wander into town and go to the cinema. So when we went to see it, it was always something big and something over the top, something that that even if the film wasn't necessarily amazing, the experience would be something. And is the experience of The Phantom Thread made any better by seeing it on a big screen? I personally don't think so.
No.
But is
it sounds like a cozy movie. Have some pajamas and a blanket, please.
But is a Marvel movie better on a big screen? Of course it is. Yeah. So Star Wars. Mm-hmm. So I think that point is exactly right. I think that's always been my relationship with cinema. Yeah. And I think that's just clearly content now finds its own home. Yeah. And I think we're going to see much more of this going forward.
If you want more of your films in cinemas, Martin, just more spaceships, mate.
Yes. If it was The Irishman in space.
Yeah, or The Irishman leads a battalion of other Irishmen against all of New York.
Yeah.
Throughout time.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, that's a film I'd watch. Right, it's probably time to get on to Beat Thy Mario Maker. So we're going to try and set things up.
While you're setting that up, we've had a super chat in from the big dog, Acosta, who said, maybe WWE should follow Fortnite and shut down for a month or so and then come back.
Ooh.
Well, let's not massively just tread on the heels of our sister channel, the little channel that we also are involved in.
Our little brother channel.
But if there's ever been a moment where someone could take inspiration from this and perhaps have some sort of off season, I think this might be one of those moments. Instead, what they've gone for is if WWE was running Fortnite, what they would have done is gone, it's a black hole, and out the black hole exploded our own channel where there's 48 different versions of Fortnite that are happening 85 hours a day.
Roman Reigns is on all of them.
Yeah, oh hello, we're on already.
Do you think the Undertaker would have just come out the black hole? I'm back for your soul.
What are we doing then?
So we're going to do this mission here, the one that's highlighted. This is called Mission ScreenStalker Babom, because we tried Mission Babom last week, and we were rubbish. So Cinean has made us a new version of it.
Oh, look at that.
It's ScreenStalker themed.
The ScreenStalker themed.
That's
It's got
so
our logo on it.
rad.
Yeah, isn't it?
Is it an auto run?
It's a speed run, so there is skill required.
Forgot what run is.
I think you might have to plug the music in.
Uh-oh.
Luke. Oh,
Oh, it's this one.
it's very similar, yeah. You just got to go at the beginning.
I remember now.
Yeah, we're not getting sound from the game.
Oh. Okay, I remember this one now. I like how they've made the just the lighting slightly
Oh, you
just more inviting.
chuffed that right up. Yeah, it's not quite as scary as the last one. Go on. Here we go. And down, and up, and down, and up, and up. Yes! First screen
There we
clear.
go.
And a flag! Oh, that's so kind. This is it. This is it. This is it. And a drop. No!
Oh!
Bollocks.
That handbrake turn, this little chubby, dungaree. Now what happens? Oh.
Go! Oh! Now what happens? How many goes is that?
I think he's had 4 goes at this
4
point.
goes. So the idea of Beat Thy Merry Maker, if you've not seen it before, is you get 10 goes, and if
That's
you,
now 5.
if you don't do it in 10, you are a merrymaker moron, and
I didn't
and
go quick enough
embarrassingly,
again.
you have to tell the camera that. And if
You
you
need to come
if
up
you
with a
do
better
it,
punishment.
yeah,
6.
you have to drink a glass of milk through your nose. I don't know. We'll
He's
do
not
the
starting quick
cinnamon
enough.
challenge. Go on, you got it. You got it. Go on,
Run!
no!
Oh, so slippy. He needs
Simon.
better shoes.
Simon, come on, mate.
He's got bowling shoes on.
Like. This was tweeted to me saying, "I made this much easier. You should be able to do this." Okay, get going. Get going.
Go.
Yes.
Yes,
okay,
there
you're
it is. There it is.
No! You crapped the bed.
God damn it! It's because I didn't eat that Scotch egg before we started.
It was because it was gone off. I don't
it
feel
was
like
gone
that
off.
would have. Maybe that's the punishment. If you don't do it, you've got to eat the gone off Scotch egg.
Oh.
Here we go. Here we go. This is it.
I think this might be your last shot, Si.
Really?
Yeah, I think so, yes, mate.
Mom's spaghetti.
Oh no!
Oh, mate.
All right.
So what are you, Si?
I am a merrymaker moron, but I've been pretty consistently moronic. If you do this first time, I'm going to beat you upside the face. I'm going to glass you.
That's all right. There you go.
You're lucky.
just for you. It's the pressure. Goddamn pressure.
I wonder how long it takes to actually make one of these levels.
Ages.
Does it?
I think so.
Look at me, just totally just like, oh, does it even take that long? Oh, Lego.
Oh, I pressed back like a mug.
Ah, you did what I did. Clipped his ass on that little spike.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I like the music. It's slippy, that girl.
I mean, ironically, I was just about to say, Trey Fever just said of Simon, but on the surface, he looks so calm and ready.
Inside, I've got a lot of anger. The dark arts are coming out.
Dark farts. Yeah, I went there.
That's what Laurie did before we recorded.
It's that Scotch egg, mate.
Oh!
Oh! He's up! He's up! He's up! He's up! Surely!
Ah! You goddamn prick!
Maybe it's because we're Luigi now. Do you reckon it's L for Laurie?
Oh, you threw
Or-
me off. I was so busy. Like, where's the L?
Or L for fat?
Lardo.
The maker of this level, Cinean, is in the chats with us, and he suggested that we try practicing the level before we go live.
Nope,
No,
never.
that's not the point. We've not done that once. Why did we start doing that now? Why mess with
Why mess with a formula?
Why mess with success?
It wouldn't be. Oh.
Oh! Momentum!
I ran out of it. Oh, how many was that?
I don't know. I wasn't keeping count. I was hoping Simon was.
Oh. 9.
God damn it! I think you've had 6 goes. You got another 3 left.
Can you count to 10?
Sorry? Yep, 4. Mm-hmm. Fortnights.
Come on.
I'm a YouTube personality. I'm not bloody Carol Vorderman.
Or Rachel Riley.
I met Rachel Riley once.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I went to see
Brag.
Countdown get filmed. Because I'm cool.
Get up there! Yeah!
Come on.
Oh,
Just be the end.
Left. Up.
Oh, it's little hops.
Little hops this time.
Your levels are too long.
That's what she said. Now, how do you... Oh, it's amazing stuff.
Right. I think I can take my time now.
Oh, we nearly had you there.
Oh. What? What? What was that?
Ninjas.
Did that actually happen? Or was that...
Booyah!
Well done.
Yes.
What are you, Laurie?
Sweaty my palms are. They are slick.
What are you, Laurie?
I'm a Mario Maker master.
Yeah, you are.
Someone made me a dumb boys level and I beat it.
Can I play now?
Yeah, of course you can.
Thanks, mate.
Come over. Do you want to... Let's do... Sky Runners.
Shall I come in between you?
Yeah. This level's called Sky Runners. It was sent to us by Fernando Leon on Twitter.
Thanks, Fernando. Oh, it's a new Super Mario Brothers one.
Fernando! Anybody else watch...
It's a speed run, by the way, so you've already wasted it again.
Oh, okay. Oh. Smack.
What's the...
Oh, thank you.
What's
I didn't bring my own mic with me.
What? Stop going... Why keep getting left?
Momentum. Oh, not too much momentum. Ah, smooth. Smack.
I like the graphics on this one.
Do you? Oh, damn it.
How many?
And that is why I went backwards, Simon.
No, you should go backwards and then start to get momentum.
Can you hear the game sound, chat, by the way?
No one was saying anything in the old... Ah, dang it.
You need to hit that first one.
Yeah, I get that.
You need to, you know... No.
I'll find out.
This is,
Just going to very quietly listen to our own life.
Nice.
Oh, jump, you green turd.
The increasing ways Luke can swear. Anybody see the Queen's speech today?
What's she chatting about?
Oh, you know. Oh.
Ah, yes. Oh, no. What? Wall jump? It's not bloody Ninja Gaiden.
You went for the split jump from Splinter Cell. In these graphics, the saw was a lot more aggressive, I thought.
Oh, scary me. I did a fall.
How did Pete do it?
I'm a Scooby-Doo. Is the game sound not coming out?
No.
Yeah.
This is what happens when Pete's not here.
No, it happens when Pete's here as well.
Yeah, basically every possible outcome. Go on.
Is it because it's just muted somewhere for some reason?
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know.
Oh, dearie me.
on the right of that thing you're looking at? Is there a little?
There's a little view here, but it's not coming through if I click that.
Have you tried not giving a damn? Have you tried? I don't know where it's coming from.
Oh, yes, there's a timer! Can't stop, Simon. That's what I've learned.
I don't want to click anything in case it breaks. I feel paralysed.
So it's interesting that on Fortnite it just says
no!
even on like damn detector websites it's saying like
Damn it.
anomaly detected.
Oh, is it? That's cool.
Because
Because when people were trying to log in during the game going offline, they got like error messages saying like we're experiencing issues, and then the character like loading screen got sucked through the black hole as well. So
maybe
Oh, boulder smeg.
I wonder if Brazzers is going to take over Fortnite.
Oh, dearie me. Oh, no. Oh, dear.
God.
That was horrible.
I don't know how you made that look so bad. This level's all about the flow.
If this was 8-bit Mario, I'd have been fine.
No, you wouldn't.
It's all this newfangled Mario lark. He moves different. Oh,
It's also because it's Luigi.
Yeah, slippery little banana.
Slippery bastard.
I wonder if someone will ever do like a like a Mario movie, but
Good.
but not
that's
not
good.
of them doing anything.
Who's this guy?
No, it's time to...
Oh, the emotion.
Oh, so much...
Oh, it's time.
Oh, it was really emotional.
You almost had it.
I know.
Go on. Yeah. Oh.
There we go.
Oh, Newman!
Paul Newman!
Paul Newman. I think I've probably had more than 10 goes, by the way.
Oh yeah.
You got close though, so
I did.
I think you still have to admit that you're a Mario Maker moron.
Oh, yeah, most
but
likely.
we'll allow it because you're getting close.
Oh, you
I think you've got to keep running.
absolute piece coin.
You ring piece. No, don't
Right.
run backwards.
No,
You gotta
has
get
to.
momentum, otherwise you can't make it. You can't make the jump. Oh, that's too big a jump.
what the
All right,
hell?
Luigi, steady on, lads. Oh dear. What's going? Oh, I'm definitely not gonna make it now.
What's happening?
Oh, Smeg.
What's going on?
Okay, I think I might be a Mario Maker moron on that one.
Insane.
Oh, dearie me. Oh, you can make it.
Yeah, you press jump. Oh, here we go.
Oh, well, come on, Simon.
Oh, you have to jump there.
Yeah, you got to jump that one, mate.
Yeah, so I
advice.
wonder whether someone will ever make a Mario movie where it's just like a really gritty take on the plumbing experience.
Well, I mean, eventually that was the live-action Mario movie.
Yeah. You bend full of Koopas.
Yep. That's going to stop you, mate. That's going to stop you. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. No,
Deadles.
Dead. Sorry, mate.
Look how grumpy those blocks are. I'm sorry.
How dare you walk beneath me?
Here we go.
Here we go. Now he's cooking on gas.
Now he's gassing the cook.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I really slithered down there then. Caught my chin on it.
Tell your sex tape.
I
Got my shit. Oh.
I fell down a manhole once like that. not all the way, but
Enough.
I was being.
An idiot.
It's honestly like the most countryside story ever. I was being towed by my dog on roller skates, and it saw another dog, split quick, and then I just fell down this open drain up to like my arms.
Oh, that was good. No, yes.
Oh,
That's
there he is! Mario Olympics! No!
Got to jump later on that.
You sure have. Is anyone keeping count?
No.
I've had about 3 guys.
I think you've had 6.
Yeah.
Jinx.
No,
Oh,
what is
dear
this
me.
wall jump?
It's alright, mate.
It's not okay. Here we go.
There you go. This time. Oh yes, there it is. Oh, the big flip, big flip.
Yeah.
Oh, cheeky.
Go on.
Go. Yes! Booyah!
Oh, there it is.
Nice, good work, my friend.
I am a Mario Maker master of that level specifically for the first time.
Booyah.
Well done,
Expert.
Simon.
What else have we got?
They said it was expert level.
Expert. What's next?
Well, we can do... Maybe let's try this one.
Ooh, Cadence of Mario.
So this one's made by... This was made by Brace Yourself Games, who made Cadence of Hyrule.
Oh, cool.
And also Crypt of the Necrodancer. And it's meant to be a rhythm-based take on Mario.
Uh-oh.
I'm hoping that means
It
it's
sounds
easy.
a bit arty and falutin for me. I prefer my classic working class Mario. Oh, this is my favourite style of Mario.
Mario World. Yes, mate.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
Oh!
Okay, this is hard.
Tell you a sex tape.
Look how red his eyes get. It's high. Luigi's just off his nut on meth. Be like us when we have all that heroin I was talking about.
Okay, just wait for it. There we go.
Makes sense now.
There it is. Get that,
Oh,
get that extra life.
Doink.
Oop. Bam, 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 bam. Whoa!
Penis.
He got his penis out. Do you reckon anyone would know if we had like...
Assless chaps on.
Yeah, if we all just had really the more sexual trousers.
Such as.
Well, chaps are obviously the sexiest trousers. I
Yeah.
think after that, it's just your straight leather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you.
I don't know what you'd consider the third sexiest trouser. Flares?
Short shorts?
No.
Were they trousers?
Oh,
hello.
cheeky wiggler.
Just a little wiggler there.
Little wiggler dropped on my head.
Little duck diggler.
Got teabagged by a wiggler.
Oh, hello.
Different route,
Face.
Blake.
Great nickname.
Oh, look at him. Look at him. He's figured it out now. Oh, no!
Stupid dry bones.
Oh, there's more of them
my
now.
lord.
Yeah, just watch out for them.
Stop chucking your bones around.
Thing I can't work out is where... Oh.
Oh,
No.
oh dear. Oh dear. Oh!
There we go.
You jammy dodger. Oh, now you've just angered him. Oh no.
Oh, you're right. Go. Do you want to go down?
I don't know if I want to go up.
Drop on that sort of thing. Oh.
Go. Oh, sorry.
It's got anticlimax. Your hat! I'm going to burn your hat off.
Know your hitboxes.
Yeah, I mean, clearly.
Oh, what are you thinking? You were safe there.
Being stupid, sorry. Sorry, everyone, I've let you all down.
Go for the speedrun record.
It's hard.
Tell your sex tape. It's never not funny.
No, it's not funny. So your mum jokes are always funny. People falling over, always funny. Me and Laurie, we haven't done it for a while, but when we used to be like just in the flat hungover, we would just watch epic fail videos for hours.
Yeah.
But like actually became quite connoisseurs of the fail.
Oh yeah.
And would be able to seek out specific kinds of fails that we were particularly enjoying at that moment. Kids falling off bikes is a big one.
Oh
for
yeah.
me.
It's a good one. Yeah.
There's a video I can't find again of a kid falling off a tricycle, which I think is the most artful bit of cinema I've ever seen. It's truly amazing. Martin Scorsese would love it.
when I was a student, we. You know when people like trip when they're walking in the streets and they try to hide it by sort of like walking a bit further, we would shout, "Ah, I saw you," to let to let them know that we'd seen them.
Oh, Ollie Davis has turned up.
No!
And it then became a thing where I just started to do it under my breath, and I still do it to this day every now and again. If someone tries to go, "Ah, I saw you."
I can hear you all outside.
Oh, all right.
That's good.
I remember.
Sorry, boss.
I remember going to a.
Okay, think about it.
I went to a rugby match once, and there was a guy like walking backwards. I can't remember why he was walking backwards.
Stay, go.
No, it's coming back on.
I was lying.
Well, it's always going to come back on.
Now go.
Nice. And yeah, he was walking backwards, and somebody just called his name, and he turned around and face planted a lamppost harder than I've ever seen anyone walk into anything. And he was quite badly hurt, but it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've thought about it semi-regularly.
Okay.
Particularly during your alone times.
A lot during the alone times.
Oh!
Where'd you go next?
Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out!
Piss off.
I haven't got time for him. Oh!
Oh. Need your rhythm.
No!
Wait.
You trying to count it in?
Yep.
Oh.
Oh,
There
yeah!
you go.
Give me that. Oh,
Oh,
no.
dear.
Thank goodness for the flag.
Always thank goodness for the flag. You're being called the Brock Lesnar of WrestleTalk again in the chat rooms because you're never on streams anymore.
I'm right here. I was there all last Friday. Not on streams. I'm going to prove you wrong by sitting uncomfortably close to Luke.
Do you want to sit in the chair, mate?
No, that's right. Brock Lesnar stream.
I think
God, this game is hard.
Another 5 goes.
Yeah?
Winning Thief thinks you're sweating a lot.
Who, me?
Yeah. Or he thinks you must be sweating a lot.
My palms are quite sweaty.
And my palms.
Knees weak.
My body. Well, you can't sing that anymore, can you? He's one of the naughty ones.
Oh.
Momentum, 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 momentum!
Oh, I don't do that! Well, it just went really high.
Is that like green flubber blocks? Does it supercharge your jump?
No, they annoyingly just sort of run off.
Really bizarre.
I have no idea what happened.
I was sort of waiting for the shell to come out and start the level off, but it just didn't. It never came.
Totally a sex tape.
Oh, is that how the on-off thing's
Yeah.
working? That's clever.
God.
Just leave me
I
alone.
don't like this. It's too stressful.
I can't tell what way they're going.
Red is
I think
right.
Red's going to the right. Yeah.
Red is right.
This is a really tricky bit, Laurie. Don't fall into the spikes.
Oh, big balls, Blake.
That's what he likes.
Oh,
I'm just being an idiot now.
I think you got
One more go.
one more go.
I just finished Bound for Glory 2010, by the way.
Oh yeah, how was it?
Cluster F.
Oh, I think I've cheated it.
Oh, go on. Oh,
Yeah,
What
I just
happened there?
pressed and held jump there. So
Well, that was it.
yeah, that was it.
You're a moron.
Mario Maker moron.
You're so bad at Mario.
I never get a glow.
Oh, do you want to play? Actually,
Yes.
yeah, you play. Sorry, actually, I don't
Do
know
you
why
want
I
to try?
took
Do you want to try a different level?
Let me
Yes, is the answer.
Go to exit course. Yeah, because also it's probably not a very good level for
Is
the
that a sweaty streak?
yes, my sweaty butt crack. You're welcome.
sweat crack.
Can you see that?
Shall I start us another level?
Yeah.
Dee-dee-dee-dee.
Only come in when I want to play.
This one's also from Fernando Leon.
Oh, someone's made the ScreenStalker logo.
Yeah, we
played
just played it.
Cool. I'll watch that.
You watched the
All right.
stream in the office with you.
Get ready. There's 3 minutes to 4. I'm gonna use all my lives. Okay.
Okay,
Oh, God.
just FYI, it's a speed run, so you've already messed it up.
What? So I have to?
You have to
You've
run.
got to hold Y to
Yeah.
run.
Oh yeah.
It's like watching my dad play.
Oh.
Hello. Oh, yeah, that's it. Got there.
It's not a troll, is it?
It might be. Who knows?
A troll.
So it's a. But yours wasn't that speedy. Why is mine speedy?
'Cause it just is. It's just the way it's been
What's
built.
that thing? What's that thing?
Yeah, get on it. Jump up.
Hold the jump and you go. There you go.
Now press up. There you go.
There we go. God, look at his. He's thick.
Oh yeah.
Go in the P door.
P door.
Go run.
What is? Go
Pow,
over.
pow, pow. Oh,
I feel
yeah.
like. Oh, there you go.
What happened?
There's just a spring there, and then that's the end. I think.
Oh, it's a time thing.
Is this that easy? Just hit that block. Now climb.
Yeah, it might be. Oh, with lips on that planter. It's a bit much, aren't they?
Lip fillers are getting out of hand in
Calm
2019.
down. It's like Angelina Jolie as an animated
run.
fish.
Don't waste time, Davis.
I was making Shark Tale jokes. Oh no!
You can wall jump out there. Jump. Or no, all right, do that.
I was jumping. How many lives is that? Okay, here we go.
That's 4 lives. Climby.
Here we go.
Fast.
Get in the lips.
Get in those lips.
Put your legs in the lips.
So I need to go here.
Jump up
and
there.
I need to.
No.
Oh.
No. So yeah, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. And then just jump on that spring. I think that's the end. That's the flag.
Quicker than that, Davis.
Oh yeah.
That was really easy.
Mario Maker Master.
An undeserving Mario
That's what
Maker
happened.
Master.
That's what happened.
Well done, Davis.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, 1 minute to 4.
Well done. Well done, mate.
The first time, last week when I tried it, I was terrible. I died all the time. But I went back, I made improvements, I trained, and that was also just as difficult as that other level.
I wonder if you go. Is it just all fake? Is there like a way through it at all
Don't
the
know.
other way?
And that was
Or
the
just like
only way.
normal.
Yeah, like, is there a normal way through it?
Maybe the aim is to get it really, really fast. Oh.
Oh yeah, you can bounce.
Yeah.
So there's actually like a lot of other level that's much better than what you
Oh, because that was a hidden bit.
Yeah. So you might say that what you did wasn't really the level. I wouldn't want to. I'm not saying that. But someone might. That is a critique that someone might.
The
provide.
record books will show
Oh, bollocks.
that.
Fudge.
Could I hold the speed record then?
Yeah, you might.
So yeah, someone did it in 16 seconds.
What did I do? Oh, that's good. Look at that.
Oh,
Ooh.
bugger.
Just
Should
a
have
little
ran
jump
across.
there. Just a
Yeah,
little
should have
jump
just
there.
ran across there.
A little hoppity hop.
You don't need to
Hippity
jump. You can run one space.
Oh. Nice.
What is that? Is that like a second jump in the air? Oh. Look at that.
And then you can jump up there.
Lucky. Goomba.
Gummed.
Oh, so you've only got 29 seconds to do it in.
Yeah, what I'm doing there is there's a little spin you can do in the air that elongates your jump.
29 seconds to go.
What happened to Blazing Squad? That's what I want to know.
They're at the crossroads.
I think a few of them got arrested. No, I wasn't kidding. I think that was what they did.
Ah, you need to just
See,
spin
that's the
jump
bit
there.
where I end up.
Oh, you just spin
you-
through
so you
them.
basically
Yeah.
found the shortcut.
Mm.
Like a master would.
Like, yeah. I don't work hard, I work smart. Look at this doofus. With all his
Playing it
natural
properly.
skill and talent.
Is this one of those like Vin Diesel in
Oh!
what are those cat paws? Are they cat paws? Oh!
So someone did that in 16 seconds. That's got to be the cheat route.
Yeah, I think it takes as long as it takes to get.
If only people were more impressed with other things we could do in 16 seconds.
Whee!
Nice. Spinny, spinny, spin.
Meow, 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 meow. Come on, you got this, you got this, you got this.
Here we go.
And again.
Nice.
Oh, 25 seconds.
There we go.
Bounce, 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 bounce.
Well, we found a secret there. That was quite cool.
Yeah. Well, I found the secret.
That was fun. Well, that's all we've got time for. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Fakidor Laurie Blake. This is Ollie Davis. That's housemate Simon Longdon. On producer duties was Luke Owen, who's trying to find himself on the production bit. If you're watching back on Catch Up, please click the videos that appeared on the desk now to watch more awesome ScreenStalker things. And remember, we're